Hi guys, artist update. I know it's been a while, 6 months almost, since I have uploaded, but I broke my wrist and it's been a little bit messy on the healing process. And so I'm going to be uploading soon. So yeah, stick with me. I'm also going to be talking about my art and the hand and what's happening and my return. So yeah. So right now I'm still in therapy because I can't supinate. It's been more than 5 months post-operation. Oh my goodness. Supination means that I can't put my hand flat. And so if you can't put your hand flat, you can't drink water out of your hands, or if you put blueberries in your hands, they're gonna go off to the side. Or if you ask for money from somebody, you have to turn sideways. They don't want to give it to you. So supination is kind of important. Okay, so what am I doing with my art right now? Well, let's talk about what I was doing and what caused me to stop. So I had just painted a picture for Halloween. It was a cat with pumpkins, watercolor. I was going to edit Sunday. Saturday, I broke my wrist. How did I break my wrist? On a pontoon boat. Yeah, so I was on a pontoon boat with some of my friends and we were coming into a very rural dock. I was reaching out to grab the post to slow us down a little bit and my foot caught. So I was hyperextended already. With the boat pushing me, I descended pretty fast onto that dock. I put out my hand to break the fall, but I ended up breaking my wrist. And it was pretty obvious when I looked at it. So I went to the ER, they did a reduction and they just push all of the bones back together. You have a nerve block, so no worries, you're not going to feel the pain. And then they push it all back together, they put you in a splint, and then you wait a few days to see your doctor to see how the healing is going. So 9 days later, I went to see my doctor and he said, your bones, you had so many breaks, right? So your bones have moved and it's not going to be good. And so the next day I was on the operating room table. And so I now have a plate and 7 screws in there. And one of my friends here on YouTube, I don't remember if it's Donna from It's Art by Donna or if it's Diane from Diane Loves Colors, but one of them said, I now have jewels. Okay, so Donna or Diane, thank you so much. And by the way, guys, they are acrylic pour and diamond painting artists. I've linked them below. Go check them out. They are lovely, lovely people. Anyway, so now I have jewels. So how is this affecting my art? I already said I was in the process of editing a picture. That is not going to happen. I do remember the highlight of getting back into painting happened at the 2-week post-op moment. And this is when I was finally strong enough to hold out my hand with this nice splint on and all the metal inside of me. And I used one of my tiniest paintbrushes and I balanced it on my hand with a little bit of paint on the end, and I was able to paint a little picture. Now my thumb did not work for 2 months at all, did not work. I could move it a little bit sideways and that was it. So I was doing everything with my index finger as I'm painting a picture. It looked okay, nothing fine detail. That came a long time later, having ability to, get those fine details. But anyway, this was a moment of huge satisfaction to hold a brush again. Absolutely huge. So about 3.5 weeks post-op, I was able to get my removable splint and I thought I would have more mobility, and I did. I had just been employed at a long-term care facility 2 days before I broke my wrist. The day that I was supposed to start work is the day I had my operation. So now 3.5 weeks, maybe 4 weeks later, I am assigned at my long-term care facility to teach painting to the residents. And remember, I'm really challenged, right? But so is everybody else. So everybody at the facility that came, they are either in wheelchairs, they have trouble leaning forward or backwards, maybe they can't move very well, maybe they can only use one arm, Or other people, they have a shake when they're painting and they're not doing the painting that they want. That's okay. So I'm trying to show them how to paint, but I can't. I want to face them and paint, but I couldn't do that because my hand absolutely would not move. Actually, it was frozen at -8 or -13 degrees, when technically it should be at this degree. So it was frozen. So here I am painting up and sideways, whatever the picture is. I just had to move my arm and shoulder to paint the picture, giving them instructions of how. If they needed help with, changing their water, cleaning their brush, maybe they would say, oh, my hand is shaking so much, can you help me? And I would use my left hand because my right hand is not dependable at this time. So I would put, straighten the line. Sometimes I would add a pupil with the left hand. Anyway, I did my best and it was fun. We would laugh together, and this was my introduction to working at the long-term care facility. And I have to say, I work in activities. My job is cognitive and emotional support. I love putting smiles on people's faces. It is so exciting. And so I'm now going to be teaching painting classes in the community after I recover a little bit more. But I'm also, before I go to my local community, I'm also going to be painting again on watercolor here on YouTube. And I do want to say a very, very special thank you to Diana and Donna, especially you, but to all of my friends who have supported me during this very difficult, challenging, emotionally horrific time, because I've really missed painting and now I'm ready to get into it again.